The Friday night lights of Louisville, Texas, shining down upon USA Water Polo as we welcome you to the LISD West Side Aquatic Center, just north of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex for Game 3 of the USA Men's Water Polo North Texas New Year Showcase between the United States and Spain. Alongside Chris Cullen, I'm Kyle Yeomans. A beautiful look outside of the West Side Aquatic Center, but inside we're ready to go to battle between two of the best in the world. The United States, of course, with 18 wins in 2022, still building some momentum heading into the new year. Spain, of course, they're wrapping up a world championship year.
That was a fantastic tournament for them at the World Championship in Budapest this summer. You know, tremendous play all around. Team USA did well in that tournament as well.
You look at Spain and their starting lineups back and forth. We're going to see plenty of those players that were a huge part of that World Championship run, including Alvaro Granados, who had 5 goals last night in a tightly contested win over Serbia.
Yes, that was an outstanding game as well. You know, Alvaro Granados was one of the top players in the world, playing in the Champions League and finished up second last year behind Pro Recco for his club team.
Both of these teams ending up with a win to start. There was a look at the United States roster overall. There's the Spain roster. United States coming off of a win in their first match against Serbia. And really, that was a match that didn't look great early, but a huge third quarter that included 8 goals, powering them to a win.
Yeah, it was fantastic back and forth action. And, you know, like, the United States didn't show up any kind of quit. You know, like they gave up something late in the second quarter, and they battled back in 11 seconds and had a great goal at the end of the second quarter. Kind of gave them that momentum going into half and fed into that fantastic third quarter they had.
So speaking on the United States, how do you expect them to build off of that win whenever you take on a team as talented as Spain? That's part of the reason why you have these exhibitions and these friendlies, is to get that type of rep heading into the new year.
I think it's great, you know, because, you know, Serbia and Spain play a little bit of different styles of water polo. You know, Serbia is very physical, and where Spain is a very fast-moving, attacking offense there. So it's going to be great to see how the defense adjusts for Team USA, and let's see what Spain has to do to try to adjust to the big center for Ben Halleck and the threats with Alex Bowen on the outside. So it's going to be a great game all around.
It's the 7th all-time meeting between these two sides. Spain has taken 5 of the first 6, and it's the first meeting since August 3rd of 2021. That was a 12-8 win for the Spanish side of things. Spain led by head coach David Martin, and of course the United States led by Dejan Udovic. Here we go on the opening sprint. United States were very good at earning that opening possession against Serbia. They'll do that same here as Johnny Hooper wins the race, and the United States will start on the attack. A couple different athletes scattered throughout for the U.S. early in this one. We're going to see a ton of different national team players throughout the weekend. Game 3 of 6, and the final game here from Louisville, Texas, before the showcase moves its way downtown onto the campus of SMU.
Alex Bustos with the exclusion there, got a little high on the head of Halleck and earning the exclusion, first possession down for Team USA.
Bowen now into the wing, right underneath to the center. And the first goal belongs to the United States. Dylan Woodhead, who had a goal the other night, has his first one of Friday night.
Yeah, fantastic look on the 6-on-5. They got the ball down to the low wing, all the way inside of 2 meters, and then that allows that 2 post, the left post, to get up high and just dunk it home on that cross pass. Fantastic.
And again, new rules surrounding international water polo. The fact that you can get that close off of the wing, just outside of that 2-meter line on both sides of the post. And it's really provided for some interesting strategy in the first 2 games of the showcase. We anticipate that throughout the weekend.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing it as a coach, seeing how these high-level players and coaches are utilizing that new tactic. So it's fascinating to watch.
That one batted away. Spain, who scored 12 goals in a 12-11 win last night against Serbia. That was a game that went back and forth throughout. And an exclusion here will have Spain on the advantage.
Yeah, Woodhead's out. He was a little physical in the the center position. Oh, what a save.
Adrian Weinberg, who had 3 saves against Serbia in their first match, gets both hands on this one, and he'll hold on the counterattack. United States benefiting from some great goal work in the cage for both Jack Turner and Adrian Weinberg, both of which on Wednesday saw some time. Tonight it'll be Drew Holland and Weinberg. This time it's back down low. 2 goals to start for the United States. This one belongs to Ben Stevenson.
Yeah, fantastic look. If you see, we've got Thomas Dunstan down on the right side there, the lefty, so that draws the goalie over to that side, allowing that cross pass. See, if you look here, he's able to just put it up high. You know, center went backdoor, be able to put it down low under the goalie's arm.
Stevenson, the product from Reno, Nevada, out of UC San Diego, putting the United States up 2-0 on friendly soil. Spain has had some success in the United States as well, by the way. Dating back to 1996, their only Olympic gold medal came at the Atlanta Olympic Games, and they're going to get one back here.
Yep. Waved off the goal, I believe. Somebody was inside of 2 before the pass came in, inside the goal area, inside that red area, waving off the goal.
Keeps it a clean sheet at the moment for Weinberg. United States looking to go up 3 goals early. Back around to the 2. And a shot from the outside, knocked away last second on the save there.
Aguirre got up big and it just went off the top of his head. So late in the shot clock, they just took that high shot trying to get the new possession.
Aguirre, who had 8 saves in their win last night against Serbia. He also did not allow a goal. Really a tale of 2 goalkeepers for Spain last night. That one batted away again. It'll stay in play as the wing works out to snag it. Thomas Dunstan working inside across the pool, trying to get it back up to Bowen, and it's batted away. Shot clock working down to 7. Again, tried to fit it in a tight window, working around. Shot clock at 1. Desperation heave. It clanks off the post, but the United States will keep possession. No penalty called, just a common foul. No exclusion at the moment. May have one here, though. There is a lot of contact underneath and a couple whistles. This one's going to go against the U.S.
Offensive foul in the center right before the shot. So the referee signaling that he rolled over top of the center defender, preventing him from having his position.
So, Chris, on Wednesday, we really got to see how physical Serbia was, and it challenged the United States to match that physicality. How does Spain challenge this U.S. team and really push them to find an identity?
Yeah, Spain has some of the best 1-2 or left side attackers, so it's really going to challenge the defensive side of things and trying to keep the Spanish attackers in front of them. We got a little counterattack going here. Now they covered up.
Nearing the halfway point here in this opening quarter. Tight window, nice shot from Stevenson, almost had his second. It actually batted off of Aguirre, and he nearly let it sneak in that near side post. Here comes Spain on the counter. Two to nothing early. Dylan Woodhead, Ben Stevenson are the goal scorers.
Bowen's out on the holding on the counterattack there in the middle. So we're going to play man down.
Second power play opportunity for Spain, 0 for 1 so far. Back up top, near side, saved again by Adrian Weinberg, his second.
Oh, he had that red all the way. You know, they was late in the shot clock. They swung the ball over to the left side, and so he just stepped into that pocket, put 2 hands up and pulled it down to his pocket. Easy save for him.
Spain at the moment 0 of 3 on their shot attempts. The United States have taken 6. They've made 2 of those. U.S. 1 of 2 on power plays, but Spain 0 for their first 3 with the man advantage. Shot clock down to 6. Bowen tried to fit it into the wing, but a nice play on the interception. Valera gets in there for the interception, gives possession back over to Spain.
Yeah, United States is going to have to adjust there. They're playing a zone, leaving that right side open, and so we're going to need to do something a little different to attack that zone instead of just trying to force a pass when the defender's in the passing lane all the way across.
Oh, got inside water, but it was knocked down. Johnny Hooper got a hand on it, and there's some extra contact. This will go against Spain.
Yeah, Hooper did a great job sliding over on that counterattack to take the biggest threat as he slid to the middle.
He got an arm in the passing lane, able to interrupt the pass, but the foul's actually going to be called on the United States, so a penalty awarded to Spain and a chance to get on the board. It is Granados, who had 5 goals in the win against Serbia last night. He'll take the first penalty here in game 3.
Yeah, this is those new rules in FINA. On the penalty shots, you have to give them 2 to 3 meters outside.
Granados will skip it home. Spain on the board, cutting the lead in half. So 1 for 1 on a penalty shot, and they have their first goal of the night.
I believe that penalty was coming off the shot that kind of rebounded up to the Spanish offensive player there, and so he was able to draw that penalty. Kind of a bad bounce for Team USA.
We'll see how they respond after allowing that first goal. This is a Spanish team that can get on a run. We've seen that throughout international competition. Granados, we were talking prior to the opening sprint, Chris, just how highly ranked he is in the world, and he's got his first goal of game 2 for Spain. Now a turnover, and ended up into the hands of Aguirre in goal, and Spain will look to counter.
Yeah, they got in those passing lanes, got that entry pass into Halleck.
Gomila works it to the far side. Spain has not had a ton of ball movement in these early minutes. Maybe looking to change things. Offensive foul called. Push off against Granados. He doesn't like the call, but it's back to the U.S.
Yeah, he was trying to get an offensive or ordinary foul there, so he'd get up and take the shot, but he got his hand up a little too high on the defender on Halleck, and then clearly pushed off to try to get that shot away.
Entering the final 90. Bit of a breakaway here for the U.S. They get it down to inside water, wide open look and a save for Aguirre.
Oh, tremendous save. Halleck got a great shot off. Shot up that right hand, took away the corner.
Halleck had 2 goals on 3 shots Wednesday. They continue to try and work it down. Look at the physicality underneath, and another save. Aguirre coming on strong toward the back end of the first quarter.
Oh, fantastic save. He tried to sneak it under that armpit on the right side, and Aguirre wasn't having it. He got his elbow down low, took that shot away.
USA 2 of 8 on shot attempts, shooting just that 25%. Same percentage for Spain, but on half of the shots, just 1 of 4. The 1 goal coming off a penalty. They'll look to score their first from regulation. This shot will skip wide. No touch against Weinberg, so the U.S. get it back.
USA is going to be on the power play. It looks like a little something happened during the counterattack. So
they're going to take full advantage. Point blank look for Alex Bowen. He's not going to miss a whole lot of those.
Oh, fantastic. Team USA went quick there. They opted not to call the timeout, even though the exclusion was on the transition in the mid pool. So they kind of took that advantage of some confusion, able to make that cross pass, catching it cross face. So he turned his body, got this ball up over his head, and buried it near side. Fantastic shot.
No surprise that he led Team USA with 15 goals at the 2022 FINA World League Super Final. Of course, he had 18 in the Olympic Games in Tokyo, over 200 goals during his collegiate tenure at Stanford, and he is a big-time goal scorer for this United States squad. He's got his first of the night to make it 3-1.
Yeah, he had a fantastic World Championship in Budapest this summer. It was amazing to watch him work.
He was the tournament's leading goal scorer. This one near side. Not sure if that was a post save or Weinberg got a hand on it. It sounded like he got at least some sort of flesh on it.
Oh, we got a counter working here. Let's see if we can put something up.
Just 3 seconds left. Long shot, and it is saved by Aguirre. The U.S. nearly had their second buzzer beater of the showcase. They had one at the end of the first half against Serbia, but they'll be happy with a 3-1 goal advantage heading into quarter number 2 here from Louisville. We'll have the second quarter and a whole lot more. The United States leading Spain 3-1 on USA Water Polo.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
There's no better time to become a water polo referee. The sport continues to grow nationwide and refs are a vital part of that expansion. Join today. Whether you played for years or are new to the sport, all are welcome. Stay active with flexible hours while making extra money with competitive rates nationwide. Build a network of new friends that will last a lifetime, all while making a positive impact on youth sports. Make a difference in water polo. Become a referee today. Visit usawaterpolo.org/referee to learn more.
A fantastic look inside the LISD Westside Aquatic Center. Final time that Louisville ISD will be hosting a game during the North Texas New Year's Showcase. What a great weekend this is, Chris, and allowing for not only the spotlight to shine on the athletes in the pool, but just really the sport in general of water polo, having the U.S. men's national team here.
It's fantastic with the UIL just sanctioning starting this year for the first fall for high school water polo in Texas, and having almost 200 teams playing boys and girls this season. So I think it's just great to have these athletes here and these teams here so that our athletes, our players, our coaches, who are in attendance can come watch, learn, and see the best water polo in the world.
Sergi Cabanas going up against Johnny Hooper for the opening sprint here of the second quarter. It's won again by the U.S. They're 6 for 6 in opening a quarter with possession. At some point, that'll start to add up as well.
Yeah, you can't turn down an extra possession per quarter, so that's one less time you have to play defense, so you can't beat that.
First quarter worked out well for the United States, kept their goal-scoring ability alive, and they got some great saves from Adrian Weinberg in the cage. Foul called down low, penalty on the way.
Exclusion.
Exclusion.
On Bustos.
So Bustos will work out of the way. Man advantage for the United States. And that pass was just left short, maybe got tipped along the way. Spain gets it back. Power play snuffed out by the Spain side.
I think that's the same play they were running earlier with the pass to the left post there, and so I think they got a little anxious. Sometimes it worked the first couple of times, and then you go to the well one too many times.
U.S. 3 of 10 shooting. Spain only got 6 shots off, and 3 of those were saves.
I think the Team USA has done a great job, fantastic on defense and controlling what shots so that Weinberg's in position. So that's you ask as a coach, you ask your team to play defense that structures the shots to come to where they're prepared for the shot. So they've really limited the quality scoring chances for Spain so far.
Spain on the other side has really been challenging the U.S. in terms of the interceptions in the passing lanes, as Hollick nearly had one down low. That will be a penalty. This time around, Hollick is fouled underneath as he had inside water, just had the leverage all the way through.
Yeah, he got a great entry pass here. If you look, Oh, and then he had inside water. Granados is on his back, so he has to take the penalty there, or otherwise it's going to be a point-blank shot from 2 meters. So,
Anis Dabe, who had 2 penalty shots, reached the back of the net on Wednesday, will take his first of the night, the first for the U.S., and it's saved by Aguirre. He has really gotten better as this first half has gone along.
Oh yeah, he's made some tremendous saves. Without him in the cage, I think Team USA's up by 4 or 5.
Keeping them in it. See if his attack can help him out a little bit. Back around to the 1-2 side, and just as that was happening, an exclusion is called. Hooper will have to vacate the premises.
Referee I thought he was a little heavy-handed on the head there, so he's signaling that on the ordinary foul, he really made contact with the head and shoulders.
There was another contact, so 6-on-4. Spain going to have 2 men up on this possession, and they take full advantage.
Yeah, that was a little bit of theater, I think, on the Spanish player. I don't think he quite made as much contact as it looked like. Sitting up close here, it looked like a little bit of exaggeration, but that's part of it. So,
second goal of the night, first one in regulation. Arumbe puts it home. He was the captain tonight, and he also had 1 goal last night with 2 exclusions to his stat line. But he brings the Spanish side back within 1.
Yeah, it's tough for the 6-on-4 with the Team USA not really having enough defenders in there to get those arms up, and Larumbe was able to find the opening and put it away behind or past Weinberg.
Around to Bowen. Bowen can shoot from there. If he can get a window of opportunity, he may pull the trigger. Instead, they work it around to the 2. Back up top for Subito. Tried to work it inside.
Exclusion on Spain, just heavy-handed in the center, pushed him down a little bit right before the ball got there, leading to the exclusion.
See the wings going back and forth up top to Subito. Worked around to Earhart. Just a couple seconds left. That one batted down. Chase Todd had minimal time to get a shot off there. It was hit by Aguirre, so the shot clock resets for the United States at 20.
Yeah, and they're back even now, 6-on-6. So great. Late in the shot clock, you have to do that. Try to get up high, put the shot off the goalie's hand, try to get another possession. Wow.
Wow, what a save. That one nearly another goal for the United States. Would have been number 4. And an unlucky break there.
Exclusion in the backcourt was Avakian kind of got tangled up, and so Spain calls a timeout so they can set up 6-on-5 in the front court.
Setting up that advantage to get forward for Spain, trying to even things up at 3. First action we've seen of George Avakian, Los Angeles, California native, played for Team USA at the 2021 Junior World Championship, and of course working up to the senior team recently, and he's getting his first minutes of the night and the first minutes of the showcase. We're going to see a couple younger players making, not debuts, but at least making some different appearances throughout the weekend, and that's one of the reasons why you play these exhibition games.
Right, you get these, it's a rare opportunity to get international competition in December in a non-Olympic year, so they can get that experience, and the coach can get some evaluation done on the players, see how they play in the team concept. So it's fantastic, these players getting these opportunities.
Spain at the moment 0 of 6 on the power play. This will be their 7th as they begin the possession following the timeout. Trailing by 1. Keeping the United States off balance out of that 2-3 zone. Blocked in the middle. A nice job inside. It was Dabe that got his hands on it, but in transition, nearly gave it back to Spain. Saving the day, though, Adrian Weinberg vacates the cage to get the ball back.
A little impatience after, they made the tremendous block on 6-on-5, the center defender, the X2 position, got his hand up, blocked it, and then Got to just toss it back to the goalie and swim. You know, a little bit of impatience there.
Again, worked it inside. And it's another penalty for United States. 0 of 1 so far. Looking for their first penalty shot of the night.
Yeah, they did a fantastic entry there. Both defenders on the back shoulder, and quarter turned by Halleck and drawn another penalty. So it's all. Oh, that's his third. So we're already having substitutions.
Wow.
Is that Bustos? I believe so.
I believe it is. And if that is the case, and he is out with his third, keep that in mind because Halleck has been making things tough inside. Here's Bowen on the penalty, and Bowen has his second goal of the night, his fifth of the showcase.
No doubt about that one. Reared back, almost ripped a hole in the net.
He is so powerful, the 29-year-old out of Stanford. Look at this. He's got some extra mustard on it.
Yeah, he was not going to let Aguirre get a hand on that one.
Penalty shot so nice, you got to see it twice. Work to the right side, no chance for Aguirre to work that direction, and it's a 4-2 lead for the United States. Couple common fouls to start the possession. And an exclusion to continue the possession. Both teams have been falling victim to early power plays.
Yeah, Luca Cupido a little bit heavy-handed in the center. Center's trying to make his moves. And referee indicated he's got two hands down on him, preventing him from holding his space. So
Weinberg with another save. That one to the far post. Resets the shot clock for Spain. Everybody closing in, and they go top shelf far side. Spain back within one after the second goal of the day for Mayorak.
You see here, this is such the importance of having that left-hander, especially in 6-on-5. So you try to, it shifts it over, catch, shoot, top corner. It's very tough to get Weinberg in his hand there, especially when you got a left-hander. You can catch that ball on that right side there.
Very smooth in the transition for Bly Mayorak, and the southpaw drills it home. Again, cuts away at the United States lead. The U.S. has led the entirety of this match so far. They went up 2-0 early and have not been either tied or trailing since. Here's Dodd on the far side. That one out of play. Pass mishandled, and Spain will look to counter.
Yeah, just a little indecision there. I think if he had caught it cleanly originally, he would have had that entry pass. Then he hesitated and then decided to go down to the left side all the way down to the wing, which then skipped a little high for him.
Granados out to the wing for Valls. Valls looking to get inside water. Exclusion called, so Spain will work it back around.
Yeah, Earhart came over the shoulder as that ball was entered and just had to kind of take that exclusion. Otherwise, he's going to be shooting point blank at 2 meters.
Final 2:40 of the first half. Arumbe almost had a shooting lane. There's a shooting lane there at the end of the shot clock. Again, blocked by Weinberg, who has been phenomenal here in this first half. But Spain will get a fresh 20.
It is interesting to see. If you see Bowen cheating out even on 6-on-5 towards Granados, they did not want to give him that opportunity there, kind of overplaying him, but keeping him from getting that shooting opportunity on 6-on-5.
That one goes far post. Mark Valls had Weinberg off balance, and he drills it to the far side, and we're back at even pegging, 4-4 with 2:22 left in the second.
Yeah, it looks like Team USA really didn't adjust after the 6-on-5 to pressing on the perimeter. That's the first 6-on-6 goal they've given up tonight. They've really controlled the shot selection, and that time they were dropping back on the left side, which is a big no-no against a strong side, left side attacking like Spain.
So after the United States opened up a 2-0 lead in that first quarter, Spain has now scored 4 of the last 6 to even things back up These are a crucial final 2 minutes of the first half. And again, more whistles blow, an exclusion called, or excuse me, that was just a common foul.
No, it is an exclusion.
Oh,
we have 6-on-5 on the perimeter.
I had it right the first time. I'm learning, Chris.
Yeah, trust yourself, yeah.
And another arid pass. This one goes all the way out to the boundary. The lane rope kept that one in. One last chance right into the middle to the center, Ben Halleck, but it hits the crossbar and ricochets out.
Yeah, that was kind of a little helter-skelter. We didn't get a good, after that first pass, any bad pass on 6-on-5, especially a 20-second exclusion and shot clock, it's tough to recover. So it kind of freelanced it after that.
Couple USA chants starting to rain down from the bleachers. Spain aiming for their first lead of the match. Up top, long shot, batted away. Paul had a good look at it. Nobody in the center of the pool, and he elected to take a shot, but it allowed for Weinberg to get his right arm in the lane.
Yeah, that was not as big of a cross pass. It came over from the top, so Weinberg was able to step to his right and get that self in position.
Offensive foul called. The United States would get it back. Neither team really having a ton of struggles offensively on the foul calls. However, shooting has been a bit rough tonight on both sides. 29% for Spain, 4 of 14 overall. The U.S. hitting at a 27% clip at the moment. Wide open look. Halleck with a slam dunk. Lost his man in the process, and a great pass fed him right into the doorstep of the goal.
It was fantastic. People don't understand how much skill Halleck has here to separate from 2 to 3 defenders around, get to that open space, and then just bury it top shelf over the left shoulder. Boom. Great look at it there. Turning, stepping to that open water, putting it away.
Dunston was the one that put the pass on the money. And really at that point, Halleck, all he had to do was turn and contour just a little bit. But by that point, the separation had already been had. He had left Gomila in the dust. And with a good pass, it was a wide open look for Halleck's first goal of the night. Stevenson, Woodhead, Bowen twice, and now Halleck on the board for the U.S. That is how they've gotten their 5 goals. Bayarak, Barumbe, Granados, and Balls are the 4 goal scorers for Spain. Nobody with 2 at the moment. Just 8 on the shot clock. That one fit down low. The U.S. was there, but a penalty called. There wasn't a whole lot of contact. There was actually 3 white caps right in the middle. What do you think about the call?
I think he did have his hands up, but as he was making his quarter turn, it looked like they came down a little bit right on top of him. And so once you make that offensive player makes that strong turn, then that's what's going to allow for them to call that penalty, because he's turning towards the goal. So the newer rules are favoring those offensive moves in the center.
Granados 1 for 1, now 2 for 2 in penalties, and we're all even at 5 apiece. Got to see both of the electrifying goal scorers for each nation represented in the penalty shots. Bowen had one earlier, now Granados has 2.
Yeah, he put it down low, put it right under Weinberg's left hand there.
Final 20 seconds, 25 seconds or so here of the first half. We'll see if the United States can notch another goal heading into the break. They trailed by 1 against Serbia on Wednesday. They had a buzzer beater to make it 6-5. Now here's a breakaway. Lost his defender, trying to weave down low, works it backside to Bowen. Bowen had his arm knocked away, but there's some more contact, and Spain is going to end up with equal pegging heading into the break. A good defensive stand there from the Spain's side.
Yeah, the defender snuck up behind Bowen, really got his kind of tipped the ball before he's about to unload that shot right at the cage.
Just barely got a hand on it. Valera helping out his goalkeeper in Aguirre to allow this to be even after 2. A great goal-scoring opportunity at the end for the United States, but it was Spain that ended the half on a run. We'll step aside. We've got plenty more action to come here from Louisville. Just getting underway, 2 quarters down, 2 to go here in the New Year's North Texas Showcase, hosted by USA Water Polo.
Which one? Yellow? Yellow. Now blue? No, orange. Now blue. Ooh.
Time's running out. They need to score.
Lola, we need you. Get in there.
But wait, Coach Kerkorian has just subbed in their secret weapon, Lola the dog. She shoots. She scores!
There's no better time to become a water polo referee. The sport continues to grow nationwide, and refs are a vital part of that expansion. Join today. Whether you played for years or are new to the sport, all are welcome. Stay active with flexible hours while making extra money with competitive rates nationwide. Build a network of new friends that will last a lifetime, all while making a positive impact on youth sports. Make a difference in water polo. Become a referee today. Visit usawaterpolo.org/referee to learn more.
This is game 3 of the U.S. Men's Water Polo North Texas New Year's Showcase. USA taking game 1. Spain took game 2 in an absolute classic. They won the first match of the weekend for the Spanish side, 12-11 after a nail-biter last night. They outscored Serbia 5-3 in the fourth quarter to win that one. Here we are in game 3. Then, of course, the 2 international countries will face off on New Year's Day out in SMU. After a day off for everybody, around robin twice through for each of these nations. And what is a fantastic week of water polo in the North Texas area. Alongside Chris Colin, I'm Kyle Yeomans. Glad you're with us. Entering the second half, what do you want to see from the United States?
I'd love to see the consistency again on the defensive side of things, so that they're consistently preventing those quality looks by the Spanish team. So really only giving up 1 goal on 6-on-6, and the rest have been. So if you can control them on the defensive side of things, I think we'll be in a good position.
Some of the halftime stats: the U.S. shooting 5 of 17 on their goals and attempts, 5 of 15 for Spain. Power play comparison: United States officially at 2 out of 6 on the power play. Spain 1 of 8 on their power play. So lots of opportunities. And a couple early penalties in that first half for the Spanish side allowed them to get back in it. And it looks like now the U.S. will have an early one here in the third.
Yeah, a great move by Halleck. He got the ball with the turned all the way, a strong side turn, got both defenders behind him, and the referees had no other choice but calling a penalty. He made such a strong move in the center position.
Gabe, who was 2 of 2 on penalties on Wednesday, 0 of 1 tonight, making 0 of 2. Unai Aguirre has been fantastic on penalties, and he has rejected the United States on 2 occasions now.
He's quick. He got his hand up quick to make that save. Got a full hand on it, too.
As it's put back in play. United States looking to retake the lead. Spain has never led in this match. That one wing side, it hits off of Aguirre, but it works its way in. Another goal for the United States and another one for Dylan Woodhead.
If you look at this on the replay, it's a fantastic look at the new rules. So if you look, Woodhead is well inside the 2 meters outside the red marker. That the defender was having to play up to help back with the center. He had a great angle, slid, made a great ball like entry pass, or right into the top corner because he had such a good angle there. Fantastic use of the new rules.
How tough is that going to be to adjust for goalkeepers? Because Aguirre there, he made the adjustment. He was in the right spot, but even then he still couldn't catch it from getting into the back of the net.
Right, and he has to kind of consider if he's going to pass into the center and then if he's going to come out and steal the pass. So it gives him one more thing to think about, which really, really perturbs the goalies. They really want to focus on that ball, not where all the other players are. Oh, we're going to be down here. Yeah.
Power play for Spain, their 9th of the game. That one knocked away in the interior. Good job by Zapito to get a hand on it. Out to the wing. Last touched by Drew Holland, by the way, who is in the cage for the United States. Adrian Weinberg had a great first half of action.
Oh, we got something brewing here on the counterattack. Let's see if we can get that scoring opportunity.
Now they're going to have to tap the brakes a little bit and set up.
Great job on that 5-on-6 down the other end. It forced that shot late in the shot clock after they made him sail it high on that pass.
Shot attempt stuffed out. Gabe again, this time from the near side. And Aguirre with an easy save. Weinberg saved 58% of his shots in that first half. 7 total. Now Drew Holland in the cage for the United States. And again, Holland got both hands on it that time. And a defensive stop for U.S.
Got a whole lot of bar as well, so that's always one of the goalie's best friends. Oh, great job on the counter. Drawing that exclusion made him come over his back on the counterattack, thus drawing the exclusion, getting power play for Granados is out. I think that's his second, so that's a big up for the United States if we can get him in foul trouble here.
See if the United States can close in down low, and instead they go from the perimeter. Chase Dodd with an outside shot and a 2-goal lead.
Great job on the 6-on-5 here. They broke the line on the right side over there, forcing the goalie to shift to his left. Then throw that ball up to the top. If you see, comes over, he puts it on the water, really beats that field blocker. If you see the field blocker going with his head down, he knew that was his responsibility there to cover that top corner for help his goalie out. But as he shrunk under the water, he knew he'd blown that one.
So after some early struggles for Spain on the interior, do you feel like now the perimeter opportunities are more plentiful for this United States team? Because it feels like the last couple possessions to start this third quarter, it's really been the outside shot that's been working.
Right, they're starting to drop back a little bit even quicker and more onto the centers, to Halleck and whoever's playing center, so that'll open up some opportunities on the outside.
Worked around to the 5. Shot attempt goes wide. Bayarak, the southpaw, sailed it over the upper 90 on the right side. So now Holland will pass it ahead.
A little bit of a defensive lapse there, but they did recover, get themselves in position to at least help Holland out a little bit by getting a hand up on that shot.
U.S. working inside, again inside water. Penalty call.
Hooper drew the penalty there, got inside water. The Spanish defender really dropped went over his shoulder, tried to prevent that strong side turn. So in the referee's opinion there, he was stopping a probable goal because he really took away that, he was turning towards the goal with the right hand, and that really leads to a penalty there.
Here's Ben Stevenson. He's got 1 goal tonight. Looking for number 2 on his first penalty try. And this time it skips in. Ben Stevenson Makes it 8-5. The U.S. have had 3 unanswered in the second half.
That's a great penalty there. It really skittered underneath Aguirre's hand. He started up high, tried to drop down and take away the near side or the left side for him, but Stevenson got it underneath the arm.
Going into that penalty shot, the U.S. was just 1 of 5 on penalties because Unai Aguirre, who has had a fantastic showcase already, has been great in the cage. That time, even made a nice read, but just couldn't finish it.
Yeah, he's learned from one of the best, Danny Lopez, the Spanish, longtime Spanish goalie, one of the best in the world. So he seems like Spanish goalkeepers are they're going to be in good shape for a long while now.
Yesterday, did not allow a goal and tallied 8 saves. Pepe Matos on the other side struggled last night with 9 goals allowed and 0 saves, but it's probably part of the reason why we're seeing Aguirre in the cage today. That was just a pure block by the field defender. Arumbe got a strong right hand on it. U.S. retained possession.
A lucky break there. They got that late in the shot clock, trying to force the shot. Got the rebound back to himself, so a little bit fortunate there. Take a deep breath, see if we can get a chance here.
Shot clock winding down. Great defense from Spain. Forces the shot wide, and like you said, it was much of the same. Shot clock winding down, just a desperation heave at net.
Exactly. Allow your teammates to get back to defense and live to battle another possession.
You love to see that from your defensive unit, right? I mean, as a coach, you probably pride yourself on possessions like that.
Exactly. You want them to make decisions that limit the scoring opportunities. So if there's not there, then you just go back and play defense.
U.S. down a man at the moment. Spain looking for their first goal of the second half. Not going to get it there. Holland got just a piece of it, sent it up into the crossbar. Shot clock does reset. U.S. still down a man, and that one barely sneaks its way in. Mayorak with his second goal of the night just fit that inside the far post.
Yeah, the lefty there on the 6-on-5 had a couple of good fakes, beat the field blocker, put it low on that left side. You see, snuck it in. Field blocker's taken away near side. The left post defender didn't get his hand down there quite, but I see he's reaching there, skipped right underneath the arm. Excellent shot to beat the field blocker.
It's a 3-0 run for the United States and brings the deficit back down to 2. Final 2:49 of the third. Still a long way left to go in this one, and after Spain did what they did last night, scoring 5 of the 8 goals in the fourth quarter to beat Serbia, no lead is safe against the Spanish side.
Especially when you have a goalie like Aguirre that's going to make those saves. You know you're going to be in a lot of games when you have that kind of level of defense to clean up mistakes on the defensive side of things.
Nice cross-pull pass, but somehow still Spain able to get a hand on it. Really stopped that one before it got to Aguirre in between the posts.
A fascinating look. If we had somebody on the left side, inside at the post, swam out to 2 meters when they got into the goal line to create that scoring opportunity. It's just fascinating to see the tactical side of things with those new rules.
Those X's and O's starting to pay off. Lots of great reps for both of these teams. That was a good rep there. Pulling the trigger from the outside was Sergi Cabanas, his first of the night. And we're back to a 1-goal game.
Yeah, it's that left side attacking. They make that cross pass, it gets up big, skips it right under the bar, skip bar down. Those shooters out there all love that skip bar down. So that's a tremendous shot.
In your opinion, which one's tougher to guard against? A straightforward shot or a nice skip shot, well-placed skip shot like that?
Those skip bar downs are pretty tough to beat for the goalies. So you're hoping the field blocker gets in position so they can never get to that skip. So he just missed it on the early part of the shot. So
United States with a 1-goal advantage at the moment. Where do you feel like if Spain is going to take over this match into the fourth quarter, where do you think that's going to come from?
Yeah, I think if
how about this? This might be one way to come from as well. Fast break opportunity. Spain wide open in front of the net, and it's finessed home by Guerraros. got Drew Holland to vacate just enough and then tossed it over the top.
Yeah, it's all set up by the offensive foul in the center on this end. Granados leaked out and really good hard fake, got Holland to jump, dropped it over the shoulders. He almost got his fingers on it, but when you got somebody as good a shooter as Granados who's going to get him to jump on every shot, and then just the finesse touch over the shoulder.
So a hat trick for one of the best in the world in Granados. We're even at 8. After the U.S. started the third quarter. Oh my gosh, what a shot from Ben Holland. The turnaround with the right hand skips it in before the goalkeeper could even look up.
Oh, a tremendous backhand by Halleck. He was about 6 meters center cage, so there was not even a crash or anything. So it came in clean, right, hard shot, boom, skipped up and over Aguirre's. He had no chance there. It was got out of his hand so quickly, just explodes off the water.
Speaking of one of the best in the world at what they do.
Yes, Ben Halleck, best, in my opinion, best center in the world. So, I'd watch him play all day long.
Especially if he's going to make shots like that, I can understand why.
Oh, it forces the other team to know where he is, what he's doing, play a double, do anything to keep him from scoring.
One way to put the U.S. back on top is just speaking on how they started with a 3-goal run. Spain had a 3-goal run, and now they'll even this one back up. Actually, it looks like they may wipe this one off the board. No, they're going to keep it. 9-9 our score from number 9.
Yeah, I think as the entry pass came in, he really made a strong turn, held it up high. I think the crash a little late to get there. I think Team USA center defender looking for a push-off, but no sale on the referee for the push-off. But
Ujair Taul with his first of the night, and with 1 minute left in the third quarter, we are all equal at 9 apiece. The largest lead for the United States was at 8-5. Since then, Spain has scored 4 of the last 5.
Johnny Hooper here trying to break that high press.
Ran into a wall of Spain defenders on inside water.
That's an exclusion on Bowen, but that's one of those tactical exclusions. He was going to get, otherwise Granados is one on nobody on the goalie, so he takes the exclusion in the backcourt, trying to allow his teammates to get in position to at least come back and cover a little bit.
Tried to do so, and they can't because Granados sneaks his way open inside. The pass found him, and his shot finds the back of the net. Spain with their first lead at 10-9.
Yes, Team USA did not have a chance to get. They were down. Did not everybody get in position. They were so fast on the quick. Looked under the post there, went up high, dunked it under the goalie's arm.
How about this third quarter from Spain? It didn't start off hot, but it has certainly ended that way.
A couple of counterattack goals from mistakes by Team USA on the offensive side. Usually that's what leads to those. Oh.
Yeah, whistle. Slowing things down, but with just 5 seconds left, the U.S. needs a shot. This one sails wide. Good opportunity there on a long shot. We've seen that go in already. Ben Stevenson elected to pull the trigger. One last heave from across the pool. And we're going to the fourth quarter at a 1-goal game. We were tied at the half. Spain has a 1-goal advantage in this back-and-forth affair. We'll see who comes out on top in this one. On to the fourth quarter we go from Louisville, Texas. quick look outside the LISD Westside Aquatic Center in Louisville, Texas. The Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex playing host to the U.S. Men's Water Polo North Texas New Year's Showcase. Alongside Chris Colin, I'm Kyle Yeomans. We have a one-goal game heading into the fourth quarter. Spain on top, the 2022 world champions, trying to go 2-0 to start the showcase. Where have they had the advantage, especially in that third quarter? The U.S. built a bit of a lead, but then Spain came right back.
Right, yeah, they were taking advantage of some mistakes on the offensive end. Usually, a lot of times, if you make a mistake on the offensive side, that's going to lead to the counterattack and the easy goals, the easy exclusions. When we play 6-on-6, we've seemed to have the advantage. So we've given up very few natural goals, 6-on-6 goals. So it's either been on 6-on-5 or in the transition. So that's what we have to clean up with those mistakes if we want to win this game.
Final 8 minutes to decide a winner. Both teams winning their opening matchup against Spain. And that is the first opening sprint that the U.S. has failed to win, or the first sprint that the U.S. has failed to win in the showcase. They were 7 for 7 to start, but now Spain gets to start this fourth quarter. That could turn out to be big, maybe their first multi-goal lead.
Yeah, we hope we can get a stand here, force them into a bad look.
Looked like good defense initially, but the whistle blows. It'll keep it with the Spain side. Shot clock at 2, sailed over the top, and the U.S. does hold strong on the first possession of the fourth.
Yeah, great job to force that ordinary foul as the ball came into ender. They kept the hands up, so it really wasn't impeding the center as he tries to get to the ball. So the referee was just called an ordinary foul, which is advantage to the defense.
Here comes Woodhead to start things off. He's got 2 goals. Looks it to the 5-6 side, working into the wing now. Woodhead from up top sends it off into the right.
Team USA ran a double post there, kind of forced the shot from the weaker side, but it's late in the shot clock, so you had to make sure everybody's covered back and then get back and play defense.
The captain, Larinde, who has a goal tonight, had one last night as well. United States pestering defensively here in the early going of this fourth quarter. Speaking of being a pester, there's Drew Holland in between the posts.
Great save, great defensive overall that forced the shot from the right-hander side, right side, which we were lucky. Granados was over on the left side. He had a great inside water drive. They just didn't hit him on the pass. So we got away with one there.
He had a great World Championships in Budapest, had 64 saves, did Drew Holland. He may be in a big role tonight. That was nearly another backside shot going in for the United States. Instead, Aguirre was able to deflect it wide. And 2 minutes into the fourth, neither team with a goal.
Yeah, I think the Spanish defenders got away with one a little bit there. Loose ball, kind of held as the ball was sitting there. Referee didn't agree with my view, but I'm sitting with the headset, not the whistle.
You could probably get out there and put a whistle around your neck, right?
I don't know. Coaches and referees doesn't always end well.
Doesn't always match up. Maybe a conflict of interest. Final seconds of the shot clock. Now United States have a bit of a chance to counter. Spain did get back. No numbers advantage for the U.S., at least at the moment, looking to get it inside. They do just that. Foul call, an exclusion on the way.
Fantastic job on Spain covering up that. It was practically a 2-on-1, and they hustled back, no quit there, and covered up, take away that advantage.
A lot of times we talked about the physicality of Serbia on Wednesday. It's the speed of Spain that's been challenging this U.S. team tonight. Shot clock violation back over to the Spanish side.
Yeah, that was just a late shot clock shot just to get something away, hopefully prevent the counterattack.
The U.S. had 3 goals in the first, 2 in the second, 4 in the third, but they were outscored 5-4 in that third quarter to give Spain the advantage. Spain only had 1 in the first, but they had 4 in the second, 5 in the third. U.S. doing a better job defensively. Another shot goes wide. 3 straight stops on that end of the pool and a timeout called.
Fantastic job on the defensive side, playing 6-on-6 defense. really controlling where the shot's coming from. Really no drives, playing good perimeter defense, allowing the center to get in, center defender to stay in position. So Coach Dovidich needs a timeout, just maybe give them a little breather, get some subs in since there hadn't been a goal in the last few minutes. So it's one of those timeouts just to rally the troops, catch your breath, maybe get a couple subs in, fresh legs, see what they can run coming out of the timeout.
So based off of what we've seen throughout, at different times, different strategies have worked. We've seen the outside game working for the United States. Of course, getting it down low to Benahalik is always a great idea, but where do you expect them to try and attack Spain here in the closing 4.5 minutes?
I think you kind of go through your progressions and see, is Halleck open in the center? Do we have somebody driving on the left side, strong side, to see what kind of opportunities you can get? Usually, always running through Halleck to start with is never a bad option. So looking there and then kind of going secondary and running through the options.
Back into play following the timeout. Driving in is Hooper, but he'll toss it upside to Alex Bowen. Bowen may have a window here, but he was cut off. There's Bowen with a long shot and a save. Great job by Aguirre.
Yeah,
at least get a hand on it.
After the timeout, they ran a play, kind of swimming somebody through the right side over to the left side, leaving Bowen over there, maybe to take a foul in a shot, or maybe if they drop back into his zone, allowing him to catch and shoot. So
the defensive pressure has been suffocating from Spain. Neither team with a goal so far.
Bowen drawing the exclusion on the perimeter there, holding while he was trying to drive, getting this opportunity for 6-on-5. We can get the equalizer.
Dive. Back around to Hooper. On the power play, can the United States draw an equalizer? They almost did, but they get it back inside. Dodd now getting pushed underneath.
Dunston on that shot there, sat on the goal line, just didn't have enough room to squeeze by. I think we have a goal judge that's probably the
official sorting a bit of contact out. There were a lot of whistles and a lot of back and forth with the physicality. We may be taking a look.
I believe what it is a shot clock question. So Team USA should only have 20 seconds on the shot clock if that shot, because there was only way it should be a 30 is if Spain got possession and we stole it back.
That was one question though, is did Aguirre, did he retain possession there and then it get taken back by Chase Todd?
That's the only thing. I think that's what Spain is arguing with the referees, that there was no change of possession. And so therefore the shot clock should be at 20 or lower if they're in their opinion. So
yeah, at this point it would be 14.
Correct.
Because they reset it back up to 30.
Right.
That's crucial. 24 seconds is a lot different to work with than 14.
Yeah, in the international game, the FINA rules where you high school and college, they reset to the full 30 every shot, but it's kind of like in the NBA with the 14 seconds. In international water polo, it goes down to 20, so that's why it's down to 14. So it was a shot clock question.
Just 8 to shoot now for the U.S. They work it around to Dodd. Dodd will try and swing it with the right arm. Got it knocked away last second try. Stuffed out by Aguirre.
Yeah, they're starting to adjust there. If you see, Dodd was down at the right outside the goal zone, right at the 1 meter mark even, and so trying to make them adjust to that.
Aguirre with 13 saves on the night, and his offense rewards him on the other side. That is a huge goal by Myrak, now with a hat trick, and it's a 2-goal advantage here for Spain in the fourth.
Yeah, Team USA slow to get back on that counterattack and cover up. That lefty just moved all the way up, buried it. Couldn't close out because the center was open, so Team USA back covering the biggest threat in the middle of the pool, and so they kind of left him open on that right side. Those lefties are deadly from that side.
Spain has been so crisp in the second half with 5 goals in the third. That was their first of the fourth, but really their defense has been the most polished side of the game ever since the turn of the quarter.
Exactly. They're forcing Team USA into bad looks and not really allowing to get Halleck involved. And so really got to take advantage of those opportunities. Oh, force that into the center with 2 or 3 defenders on Halleck. Now bad pass leading into a counterattack for Granados there.
Ever since the highlight reel play from Ben Halleck, he has been neutralized on the inside. Time running thin for the United States. Down by 2 with 2.5 to play. You'd have to think one more goal would put it away for Spain. They're not going to get it this trip down the pool. Nice job by Holland to get in the way of that shot. Long pass ahead on the counterattack.
Coach Udovic is not real happy with the on the counterattack. They sailed off and went, and lots of holding, clutching, and grabbing right about the 7 or 8 meter mark, and referee wasn't buying. So he's a little upset. Try to get a timeout here, see if we can get a goal back, pull them within 1. 2 minutes left. Probably each team with 2 or 3 possessions left, and so we're getting to that critical point where we got to get a goal to get them within striking distance.
So if the inside game is not working and Halleck is covered up the way that he has been here in this second half, who do you want to step up on the outside? Because as long as they're neutralizing Halleck, it also looks like they've been doing the same so to Alex Bowen.
Right, yeah, we've got to have some movement, create some, the defense to have to adjust. So stationary players are easier to guard. So you've got to create some movement. Maybe if sometimes they'll run a double post, try to swim somebody through, either cause some holding, draw an exclusion. So I'll be interested to see if they're going to see. Looks like we are having somebody right down there inside of 2 meters outside the post, try to draw those defenders out of position to try to open up the center a little bit.
Ryder Dodd, by the way, is checked in for his older brother, Chase Dodd. Ryder just 16 years old, and he's working in the wing at the moment. Here's Bowen with a shot. Again, a save. Aguirre has been phenomenal tonight.
He's definitely the difference maker in this game here. He's made a lot of saves, cleaned up a lot of defensive mistakes. The penalties, the outside shots. It's really the difference.
He has 14 saves now in this one. Spain could look for the dagger this trip down the pool. Trying to go up by 3, not this time. Drew Holland, full extension to get both hands on it.
Yeah, that's the difference. That right-hander over on that right side, having to catch it across his body, allows Holland to get himself into position, get his legs underneath him and balanced.
Chase Dodd lost possession. Looked like he may have had a counter chance there. That one hurts the U.S. They needed a goal, and they needed one quick. They're not going to get it. Instead, Spain has the possession. We'll see the pressure here from Dodd, well on the perimeter.
Yeah, Team USA is going to have to press in every position, hope for a mistake. Not going to be able to help back there. Trying to force something quick. Good block, field block, goes to the goalie. Nice job. 54 seconds, maybe we can get a couple of chances here.
Gonna have to get one quick if they look to equalize. USA chance raining down, a great crowd on hand here in Louisville. The final game from the West Side Aquatic Center before the New Year's showcase makes its way to downtown Dallas and the campus of SMU. Final 30. That one worked inside, last second try there. Alex Bowen had to muscle his way out of trouble, and Aguirre was there for another save, number 15 on the match, and it looks like that's all she wrote. Spain is going to start 2-0. They had a 1-goal win last night at 12-11 over Serbia, and as the final 10 seconds tick off the clock, they'll win this one 11-9 over the United States.
Well, great game overall. Just got to clean up some mistakes for that next matchup at SMU in a couple of days. So you're looking for great water polo, you've come to the right place. So it's great to see it here in Texas and everybody enjoying the stream. So great to see these best athletes in the world, in my opinion.
Yeah, it really was a phenomenal match from the beginning. The United States at one point led this one 8-5, but 6 of the final 7 goals scored by Spain, and really great work in between the posts. Aguirre was standing on his head in goal trying to keep the shots out. The United States peppered him, but it still wasn't enough.
Yeah, from the penalty blocks early in the game to, I think, once a goalie like Aguirre is standing on his head, like you said, and making those saves, I think everybody takes that extra second. So, I'm going to throw it a little bit harder, try to beat him tonight and be perfect on every shot. And sometimes that's not always the best thing for shooters. So, a great, tremendous effort on Aguirre for the goalie. So
there's a look at the rest of the North Texas New Year's Showcase. 3 games down, 3 games to go, all of which out at SMU, starting on New Year's Day. Spain and Serbia, a rematch of the game that was won by the Spanish side 12-11 last night. And then game 5 and 6, both featuring the United States, as Serbia will be first up. A win on Wednesday for the United States, as they are now 1-1 in the event. Then they'll close things out on January 3rd against Spain. But that's going to do it for us here from Lewisville, Texas, and the beautiful LISD Westside Aquatic Center. For the final time, we'll say so long from Lewisville. For Chris Colin and our entire crew, I'm Kyle Yeomans giving you the final score one more time. Spain wins it 11-9 over the United States. So long from North Texas.